Hello, my name is Aaron Brown. I am the head pastor at Portland Open Bible Church, and I am also the program director at Nourish, Oregon. We're located on 92nd and Powell in Southeast Portland. Our mission at POBC and Nourish is to help the community that we're in with their physical, emotional, or even spiritual needs. A lot of people will come on our site specifically for those reasons. Most of the time it's for hunger issues, and so they come to our pantry, and even a lot of times when we're not open, we provide them with a meal. We reach all kind of demographics of people, ranging from about 8 different languages, all different continents. We serve those people. So if they want to come and get food, if they also just want to come to a Sunday service, we do that as well. Well, in 2014 at the church, we were showing up early in the morning to come to work for the church, and we noticed a lot of the windows in our building, specifically into our gym, were broken out. It was a sliding glass door, actually. And we noticed when we went in there, because usually when somebody breaks in, we look to see what was stolen, and we noticed none of our electronic equipment was taken, but whoever broke in to the pantry, or just the church gym as it was at that point, they just went to the gym refrigerator and stole food. And so that happened repeatedly. It happened 3 times, and so we pretty much got to a crossroads where we decided, well, we can call the police on our community, or we can try to serve our community. So one Sunday morning, my mother, Betty Brown, came up on a Sunday with just an empty trash barrel and talked about what was happening and gave the message that I just gave. And she said, well, if anybody could donate cans or any kind of goods to our community, we can maybe help serve them, and maybe they'll stop breaking in. And that was the overall goal, was being at that crossroads. And so naturally, because we're in a heavily populated area, the numbers and the word just kind of got out a little bit, I would say. And so we ended up getting a partnership with the Oregon Food Bank. And the neighborhood that we're in, which is a Lentz neighborhood, about 1 in 5 people live below the poverty line. And we ended up partnering with Oregon Food Bank because they learned, or they knew, that this area that we're in is called a food desert, which means a lot of people here don't have access to, one, food or really healthy food. And so they decided they were gonna give us some funding to start up a pantry, and it's been going good. We're on our 10th year and our numbers just keep on growing. But at the core of it is just being creative and effective when it comes to serving the community through food. Well, here at Portland Open Bible, my job actually with Nourish Oregon as a program director, I would say, is I just try to find the most creative and effective ways to get people what they need. So in 2020, when COVID hit, we, and it's not just us, but it's a lot of pantries and community-based organizations also. Outbreaks kept on happening at pantries when the whole 6-foot rule came out. You know, everybody has to be 6 feet apart from each other. And so with us, I went outside to go spread out our population by 6 feet. The problem was we serve about 5 to 6 different languages, and there were hundreds of people on site at the time. So we had the idea of, what if we could do some kind of online ordering to essentially split up our numbers, right? So maybe there'd be 100 people walking into the pantry, and then maybe 100 people in their cars, and then maybe it would just split off, and instead of 200 people all getting each other sick, it would only be 100 people. And then we figured that would just not have an outbreak at our site. So we created an online system where people could online order and pre-order their stuff ahead of time. And the lesson that we learned is that, one, our walk-up numbers didn't change. The 200 people stayed there, but people started coming for the drive-up pantry, and we learned it was a demographic and a population of people that weren't being reached for food access. And so when we started doing online ordering, we did it in every single language we could think of, in every single language that essentially comes to our community pantry. And the population that we started reaching were the elderly who couldn't wait in line. A lot of them were single mothers who also couldn't wait in line because there were kids in their back seat, and so therefore they can't wait in a line for 2.5 hours to get food. We were reaching those people. A lot of the immigrant population that wasn't necessarily comfortable talking and saying what they wanted or communicating over to our staff, they were able to order food in their own language, which provides just a really big dignity aspect. People like that they could order food. A lot of people do pre-order boxes, but for us, we give the people dignity of actually choosing the food that they want. And so our program went from, 30,000 people a year. Now we're at about 130,000 people a year. Well, a PSEF investment would be huge because it would just provide the stability we need with our growth that we're having. We're having such big growth every single week, it even feels like every single month, that it would really affect our operational costs like to an extreme, right? Especially with the refrigeration stuff, but just with everything from the HVAC, we're always having to call people out here to fix our very out of date things that we have, which is fine. But the stability is the overall big thing that we're looking for. A lot of churches obviously are based on donations, and a lot of pantries are based on grants. And so there's always some time periods where people don't necessarily have the funds to fix a whole HVAC system, or to do the refrigerators, or even to fix some of the gravel in the parking lot. So this PSEF partnership would be great because it would provide the stability and it would give us lower operational costs so we could function more freely and grow more healthily.